Hey guys, hi, welcome back to Unacademy. This channel is Unacademy Future Doctors, and I'm your educator for biochemistry, Dr. Shivangi Shukla. Let me just check if the live stream has started or not. Just give me a minute to check if the live stream is running properly. Only then can we commence our session, okay? Alright, so am I clearly visible and audible to everyone? Is my video clear? Is my voice audible? Alright, so let us begin the session, okay? I am Dr. Shivangi Shukla, your educator for biochemistry. Okay, till the others join in, I'll just quickly brief you about the different types of subscription for NEET PG that are available on the Unacademy app. Now, both iconic as well as plus subscriptions are available, and both of these will give you access to live as well as recorded classes from top educators across the country in the field of medicine. Now, you can access not just the live and recorded classes, but also the printed PDF notes and question bank, excuse me, and question bank containing more than 25,000 questions. Okay. Also, you have the ease of access for all of these on any device of your choice, be it the phone, your laptop, your tablet, your personal computer, whatever it is. Okay. And the iconic subscription will give you access to resources from Prep Ladder as well. Okay, that is why it is called best from two of the best. Okay. Also, one very important feature is that Unacademy has come up with a revision batch. Now, this revision batch is for those of you, specially dedicated for those of you who are going to take this year's NEET PG examination. Okay, and this batch has started from 16th of March and will last till 16th of May. That is for 2 months, and more than 40 educators will be there, all at the same place, and they will be taking revision classes, live lectures, which can be watched, recorded in the recorded format as well. And you will be having 19 tests in this package, 19 subject-wise tests and 8 grand tests, full-length syllabus, okay, of the full-length syllabus. So please do consider this, because it is a very easy way of revising the entire syllabus, that too in the given time frame and in a disciplined fashion. Okay. Now, whichever subscription you wish to take for NEET PG, do not forget to put in the educator code DRSHUKLA. Okay. So this code, Dr. Shukla is going to fetch you a additional discount of 10%. Okay, so for a discount of 10%, do not forget this code DRSHUKLA, Dr. Shukla. Okay, so let us begin. Okay, now we'll start with this question. Okay, all of the following are functions of enzymes containing selenocysteine except A. 1-carbon transfer, B. Removal of tyrosine and iodide from inactive complexes, C. Conversion of T4 to T3, or D. Antioxidation. Okay. Now let me tell you the rules you have to answer in the comment section. Now I'll tell you when the time to answer starts. The time will be, for each question I'll be giving you 2 minutes to answer, and after the 2 minutes are over, then we'll discuss the correct answer, and then the rest of the options also we'll discuss, and the related theory part around it. Okay, so it is a great way to complete the entire topic. Okay, and I've made sure that the questions are from diverse topics so that you can cover as much syllabus of biochemistry as possible just through these MCQs. Okay, so let me read out the question once again. All of the following are functions of enzymes containing selenocysteine except A. 1-carbon transfer, B. Removal of tyrosine and iodide from inactive complexes, C. Conversion of T4 to T3, or D. Antioxidation. Okay, the time to answer starts now. Come on, think of it and try and answer fast. It's okay, take your time, but do be accurate in the answer, okay? be accurate in the answer. Come on, come on. Okay, so the time is up for you to answer. I'll let you know the answer now. The correct answer is it is one carbon transfer. Okay. Now, selenocysteine is the 21st amino acid. How is it produced? Selenocysteine is produced through co-translational modification of cysteine. When cysteine is being produced, at that time, instead of sulfur, when selenium is incorporated, then it produces selenocysteine. Okay, now two sulfur containing amino acids are methionine and cysteine. Selenium containing amino acid is selenocysteine. Now, what is this enzyme that involves removal of tyrosine and iodine from inactive complexes? It is deiodinase. Very, very important. I hope you guys remember this. This happens inside the thyroid follicle. This is also deiodinase enzyme that happens in it catalyzes in the periphery. Antioxidation, glutathione peroxidase. We have discussed all these quite a number of times. Okay, one carbon transfer reaction involves tetrahydrofolate and vitamin B12. Okay, let us move on to the next question. Which of the following does not contain choline? Okay, now alright, now there is some problem with this question, which you will know once I tell you the answer. Okay, now I hope you guys know. Okay, so here more than one option can be correct. That is the problem with this. Okay, so you consider this as a multiple correct option type of question. Okay, I did not intend to make it so. This has happened without my intention, because I don't know, maybe I had been why I have included two correct options here. All right, so all right, let it be. I will not tell you right now. I will wait for you to give me the two correct answers. There are two correct options here. Which of the following does not contain choline? I'm early on only. I'm telling you there are two correct options here. So take your time and let me know. A. Sphingomyelin, B. Ceramide, C. Lecithin, or D. Cholic acid. Alright, your time to answer starts now. Again, I'm reminding you there are two correct options here. You have to mention both the two. Hi TV Hemant. Okay, he's saying it's C. Alright, Hemant, I've told you there are two correct options here. Out of A, B, C and D, there are two correct options. So, which are these two? You can let me know. One of them you have mentioned as C. Let us see if it is correct or not. Which of the following does not contain choline? Okay. Think about it and answer. Take as much time as you want to. There are full 2 minutes. Okay. I like your honesty, Hemant. How you CD so Hemant comments CD and the next comment that he does is IDK. That means I don't know. That's funny. Good. I like your honesty. Anyway, so you can wait for the 2 minutes to be over. Let us wait for the others to answer and let us wait for the 2 minutes to be over and then we can discuss, okay? You're funny. Okay, last few seconds left. Now, what is the correct answer here? It's 10 seconds left and I'll let you know. So, Hemant, one of your options was correct. That is D. The other one that is the correct answer is ceramide. Okay. So, both ceramide and folic acid do not contain choline. What do they contain? Now, I'll let you know the composition of each of these. Sphingomyelin contains excuse me, sorry for this cough attack. I don't know. There's something that is irritating my throat. Okay. So sphingomyelin contains sphingosine, that is an alcohol plus fatty acid plus phosphoric acid plus choline. Okay, it is a complex. It is a complex lipid. Okay, complex lipids are those that contain additional molecules in addition to the esters of fatty acid and alcohol. Okay, now ceramide is sphingosine plus fatty acid. So can you see ceramide plus phosphoric acid plus choline will give you sphingomyelin. Ceramide is the component in a lot of moisturizing lotions. Okay. So ceramide contains sphingosine and fatty acid. It also does not contain choline. The third one is lecithin. Lecithin is also a complex lipid. Lecithin contains phosphatidylcholine. Phosphatidylcholine. That means it contains glycerol plus fatty acid plus phosphoric acid plus choline. So instead of the alcohol sphingosine, it contains the alcohol glycerol. Understood? Lecithin we have already discussed is the component of pulmonary surfactant. Okay. Excuse me. Cholic acid is bile acid, guys. Bile acids are formed from this. Cholic is not related to choline, rather it is related to cholesterol. Understood? This cholic is not related to choline. That is why I put up this question. It is not related to choline. It is related to cholesterol. So, 7-dehydrocholesterol inside the small intestine is going to produce cholic acid and chenodeoxycholic acid. Both of these are primary bile acids. Okay, they will conjugate with glycine and taurine, each of them. So what will they produce? Glycocholic acid and taurocholic acid, and this one will produce glycochenodeoxycholic acid and taurochenodeoxycholic acid. Okay, then these four primary bile acids will undergo some modification, deconjugation by the small intestinal bacteria to produce two secondary bile acids, which are deoxycholic acid and lithocholic acid. Understood this? Okay, so deoxycholic acid and lithocholic acid. Now, out of these six, that is glycocholic acid, taurocholic acid, glycochenodeoxycholic acid, and taurochenodeoxycholic acid, and deoxycholic acid and lithocholic acid, out of these six, only lithocholic acid is excreted through the small intestine. Rest of the five will undergo recycling in the enterohepatic circulation. That is through the portal system from the intestine into the liver. Understood? This is very, very important. I hope you guys have understood all of this, and then we can proceed to the next question. The next question, okay, this one we have done, this one we have done, this one we have done, this one we have done. Okay. In competitive inhibition of enzymes, which of the following occurs? This is extremely important, okay, from enzyme kinetics. A, Km increases, B, Km decreases, C, Vmax increases, or D, Vmax decreases. Okay, now think about it and then answer. Okay, your time to answer starts now. 2 minutes for you to answer. Come on. Do let me know in the comments section. All right, last few seconds left. Okay, the correct answer here is Km increases. Okay, the correct answer is Km increases. What is Km? Km is that concentration of the substrate. Km is that substrate concentration at which the velocity of the reaction, the velocity of the enzyme catalyzed reaction is half of Vmax. That is the maximum velocity attainable. Okay. What is Km? It is the substrate concentration. Now, Km is related to the affinity. It is related to the affinity of the enzyme for the substrate. Now, what is competitive inhibition? Competitive inhibition means if this is the enzyme, this is the active site, the substrate will now bind to the active site like this in a lock and key fashion according to the Fisher hypothesis. Lock and key hypothesis of Fisher. Okay. But there is some molecule, some inhibitor that resembles this substrate in its structure. So instead, it will compete with the substrate to occupy this site, this active site. Okay. So what will happen? The affinity of the enzyme for this substrate will be halved. The affinity will be reduced because the enzyme will think that this is also the substrate. So the enzyme will not be able to recognize this. Okay. So the affinity for this substrate is decreased. If the affinity decreases, the Km will increase. Km is opposite to affinity. It is related to affinity. Affinity depends upon the Km, but indirectly. Okay. Indirect proportion. Okay. Now what happens is, how will you explain this? Because the affinity decreases, so the substrate concentration has to be increased a lot for the velocity of the enzyme to increase. Okay. Therefore, the substrate concentration has to be increased a lot. That means if it is increased that much that it is overpowering this inhibitor, then only the affinity will increase. Therefore, the Km will increase. Okay. Now, in non-competitive inhibition, the Vmax decreases. Always remember this. In competitive inhibition, the Km increases. In non-competitive inhibition, the Vmax decreases. I hope you will remember this. For the exact and detailed explanation, go back to the chapter on enzyme kinetics and revise that chapter. Okay, it is very, very important. Now we'll move on to the next question. Which of the following is not a factor regulating the activity of an enzyme? Okay. A. Covalent modification. B. Allosteric activity. C. Nucleotide attachment. Or D. Association of a non-protein group. Okay. Which of the following is not a factor regulating the activity of an enzyme? A. Covalent modification. B. Allosteric activity. C. Nucleotide attachment. Or D. Association of a non-protein group. Okay. The time to answer starts now. Come on, guys. Come on, last 30 seconds left for you to answer. Okay. So the correct answer for this one is what? It is association, it is nucleotide attachment. Okay, covalent modification, allosteric activity, association of a non-protein group. What are these non-protein groups? They are prosthetic groups, cofactors, and coenzymes. Okay, now all of these are those methods that regulate the activity of an enzyme. Covalent modification through is also known as the ping pong mechanism. The ping pong mechanism. Okay, where there is no overall change in the structure of the enzyme, just a transient change in structure. Okay, allosteric activity is what? This is the enzyme. This is the active site of the enzyme. Now the enzyme contains another site, that is the allosteric site. At this site, an effector, that is an allosteric effector, will bind. An allosteric effector will bind, and this is going to increase the efficiency of the enzyme and increase the overall Vmax. Okay, it will increase the efficiency of this enzyme, this allosteric effector. Okay, understood this or not? Okay, so let us take one more question. The non-protein component of rhodopsin is A. Retinol, B. Retinol, C. Retinoic acid, or D. Carotene. Okay, come on, the 2 minutes to answer have started now. Come on, last 1 minute left. Okay, so the correct answer for this one is the non-protein component of rhodopsin is what? It is retinal. How will you remember it? All trans 11 cis 11 cis all trans. Okay, so this is the sandwich. It will start with retinol, all, then retinal and retinal. This all trans retinal will combine, this 11 cis retinal will combine with opsin to produce rhodopsin. Okay, and then once dim light falls on it, it is going to change, it is going to be bleached through a lot of stages, and then finally it is going to produce all trans retinal, and then this is going to go back to produce all trans retinol. Understood this? Okay, so I think this will be it for today. Okay, now you can go back, relax for 1 to 2 minutes, and then join me on the Unacademy app on the special class, that is MCQ bonus biochemistry session, that is an MBBS session and MCQ session. Okay, so join me on the Unacademy app, the special class. Okay, that it will start at 10:45 p.m. Okay, all right then, see you guys, see you in a few minutes. For those of you who haven't subscribed to this channel, then it's a request for you. It is a request to you to please subscribe to this channel for regular updates of my classes, and also follow me on the Unacademy app. If you have downloaded the app, well and good. If you haven't, then do download the app. Then go to the NEET PG section. There, look for Shivangi Shukla, and you can follow me there for regular updates of all my classes. Okay, bye bye guys, see you, take care, see you on the Unacademy app special class.